So this week, I actually want to spend a little more time talking about the Panic Playdate. More specifically, some of the games on the system that I've been enjoying recently. Now, I don't want to talk about the Season 1 games yet. I might talk about those, but I'm sure a lot of people already have. What I want to discuss are a few of the games that I've been putting a lot of time into that are either very affordable on their catalog or even free if you're willing to sideload them to the system through itch.io. So we're going to start by talking about what's been one of my favorite games to play so far on it, as well as the only paid game that's in this video, and that is Icy Dungeon. Now this is already going to ruffle some feathers because one of the most controversial things you can put in a video game is ice physics. Ice physics can make an otherwise fun game so incredibly frustrating if they're not done well. The good thing about this game is that it's entirely built around the idea of sliding around on ice. Now I'm only going to show the first few levels of the game because I don't want to spoil the puzzles later on, but it'll be enough that you'll get the idea. The whole point of this game is you're going through this dungeon level by level and you're collecting keys, collecting weapons in order to make it to the exit door, all while having to carefully plan out your movements across the level so that way you can actually make it to the exit door. Every step you take, a patch of ice will appear behind you, so if you try and go backwards, it will sling you all the way to the end of that line of ice. So you have to plan out your route carefully to grab keys and to grab weapons to make it to the end of the level. Now, one thing this game does that I find very interesting is that it does have a bit of an inventory system, as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen there. But what is very interesting to me about it is that you have to use the items in the order that you pick them up. In most levels, there are doors that you have to open with keys, and in some levels, there are enemies that you have to hit with swords. Well, when you come across an enemy, if a key is the next item in your inventory, you can't do anything with that enemy. It's a very interesting concept. It really makes you have to think about the route you're going to take through these levels in order to finish them. I'm currently up to level 25 on it, I think. I've been having a lot of fun with this game as a good little time killer whenever I want to work my brain a little bit. It's been a lot of fun. And the really good part about a game like this is it's a very fun game, and it's only $3 on the catalog. So if this catches your interest, then it's not expensive at all to go and enjoy. So I highly recommend it. Now, this next game I want to talk about is paid if you get it through the catalog. It's like $5, but you can get it for free over on itch.io if you don't want to pay for it. And that game is Loopsy. Loopsy is a very interesting game because it's this like Pipe Dream style-esque game where you're placing these different shapes on a grid, and your goal is to make a full loop out of them to clear it from the board and to score points. There's a few different modes on it. There's your arcade mode, which I'm showing here, which is your time to place each piece, and if you run out of time, you lose the piece and a heart. If you lose all 3 hearts, you lose the game, and then whatever your score is your score. There's blitz mode, which is however many points you can get in 60 seconds. There's a puzzle mode, which requires you to remember shapes and place the pieces where they correspond to in the original shape. And then there's Zen mode, which is basically the same thing as arcade mode, just without the timer. So you can just take your time, place the pieces, and just zone out for a little while. It's a very entertaining puzzle game, and it's a great way to kill a few minutes if you're having to sit and wait for something. And the last game I want to talk about, I actually mentioned in the first video I made on the Playdate, and that game is Celeste. The fact that somebody ported Celeste to the Playdate is wild in the first place, but it plays incredibly well. I have played the original Celeste. I've not finished it. I actually need to go and give another shot to actually trying to beat it. But from what I remember of how Celeste plays, this plays exactly like it. My only complaint about it is not the game itself. It is actually with the Playdate. The D-pad just doesn't feel as good as it should for this kind of precision platformer. You can get by with it, and it will work just fine once you get used to it, but it does take a bit of getting used to for how you have to move your finger across the D-pad. And for a game with as tight of precision platforming as Celeste, it is noticeable, at least at the start. You do have to take the time to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it's fine. So yeah, if you played the original Celeste and really enjoyed it and want to get another level of an experience with the game, and you have a Playdate, I do recommend giving the Celeste version a try. This game is not on the catalog. You do have to go through itch to get it, but it is free over there, so what are you waiting for? Go get it. But yeah, that's 3 Panic Playdate games that I've been enjoying a lot recently. Highly recommend you go check them out if they catch your interest at all. They are all a lot of fun. But now it's y'all's turn. I want you to tell me down in the comments below some other Playdate games that I should go try, especially if they're free. I want something like this to be as accessible as it can be to people, so go shout out your favorite free games on the Playdate down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you all. But I think that's going to be it for me for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, and I look forward to bringing you more Playdate game videos as the days go on. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you like what I do here, then hit subscribe because that does help me out a lot. Just a heads up, next weekend we are actually going on vacation with my family, so I won't be here to make a video, so there won't be a video next week. But I'll be back the following week to bring you guys even more videos. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in October. Have a good one, y'all.